Good afternoon. I am Jack. Excuse me. And this is what my face looks like. I've obviously shaved, which is a little different. Still getting used to it. So much has happened since we've last seen each other, and each big thing that's happened, I'm gonna do separate little talks on. But to squeeze it all in real quickly, just to let you know what will be coming up. Um, May 17th, Megan and I got married up in Toronto, Canada. And I think it would be appropriate for both of us to do an episode together about that. It was a great time. But again, I'm going to save that for its own thing. Um, while I was up there, what I will touch on is I got to meet one of the earliest members of this channel, Julius. He goes by Solo Sinner on here, but in real life, as my friend, his name's Julius, and I got to meet him up in Toronto, and we got to walk around and see some stuff. He took me to lunch. It was really cool. He's a real good guy, and we chatted. I don't even maybe for a couple hours. It seemed like about 15, 20 minutes, but I think it ended up being at least a couple hours. And it was great. He got to meet Megan. He gave Megan and I a wedding present, which was incredible. It's actually probably by far the best wedding present that we've gotten as a married couple. We eloped, so it wasn't like a known thing to people. But yeah, meeting Julius was great. I appreciate you, everything that you've done for my channel and for me. It was great to meet you, and hopefully next time I'm up in Toronto, we get to do that again. So I always, not always, I didn't used to be this way when I first started the channel, but lately, as you can tell by my absence, life's just gotten, life's always busy, but it's gotten a little overwhelming for me. And then I get in this headspace like, I'll be kind of down, and I'm like, well, I don't want to sit down and make an episode while I'm feeling down, because then what if the episode brings everybody down, or it's just more negative, and that's not what I'm trying to promote. And I'll wait till I'm in a good mood, or something good's happening, and then when I'm in a when I'm in a good mood, or something good or exciting's happening, it's like I want to soak that in. I want to enjoy that moment. So then I'm like, well, I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop this and make an episode because everything's going so well, and it's really just me making excuses and being procrastinating and kind of being lazy. And I'm honestly not feeling. I'm not feeling the best today. Another thing that happened since we last spoke. At the end of the month, at the end of June, Megan and I and my son were at church on a Sunday. And leaving church, I got a call from my boss over at the sober living house that I was running for him. And leaving church, he just called me and told me that financially he was having kind of a hard time, so my position was being eliminated on the telephone right then. And didn't see that coming. Worse things have happened. Worse things can happen. It just it's never great. And so I decided to reach out to an old friend that I used to work with doing the debt relief. It's a really good guy named John. He started his own mortgage loan originator business. I reached out to him and we spoke, and so I took a licensing course. I used that last paycheck that I got to do to do this course to try and be a mortgage loan originator, officer, whatever it's called. So I passed that course recently, last week, and I've been studying to take the actual licensing test. So that's kind of exciting. Looking forward to that. I don't think it's an easy test. Only like 58% of people pass it on their first time. So it's not it's not going to be the easiest thing in the world, but it can be a career. It can be something that I can do. It's not like doing construction or something where there's an expiration date that your body can do things like that. And it also offers the ability to work remote, so I can be there for my son. Oh, I just had my son for 2 weeks. For the first time, um, we decided to do 2 weeks in a row with me, and then 2 weeks in a row with his mom. And I thought it was great. Sometimes I can get a little short and want my own time. As I've said before, I'm at my core, I'm very selfish, and I work on not being that way with my actions, but I still get those feelings. But it was amazing. We went for some walks. We went to the beach a few times. He went to go see the live action Lilo and Stitch movie with Megan. They said they both cried. Megan got to spend some quality time with him. It was really good, and because I wasn't working, I got to spend more time than normal, and it was nice. I was doing the course, so I was preoccupied some of the time, but I got to spend a lot of time with him, and it was great. And I hope he remembers that. Um, what else has gone on? So much stuff has gone on since the last time I've seen you. I just really wanted to. So I just got back from a walk. I walked down to the beach just to kind of try and clear the mechanism a little bit, try and find some gratitude. Yesterday, I've spoke about it. It's no secret that Megan and I are going through IVF, and all of her stuff is very healthy and normal, and my side isn't, and that brings up its own feelings of insecurity and feeling less than. And we had a virtual appointment yesterday with the urologist, and which is my side of things. um, and it's just not on my side. It's just the I'm not bringing very good odds to the table, and it sounds like the timeline has been pushed back a little bit to when I might be ready. Not by choice, not just by my body's reproductive situation. It might be is going to be a bit longer than what we hoped for. And Meg, it really upset Meg, and I didn't do a great job of comforting her at all, really. And then I could make excuses for why that is, but I don't need to. I fell short, and that's on me. I should have and need to do better. I'm kind of I kind of accept things differently than some people. Process things differently. I think I don't really show too much. Really don't show too much emotion immediately when things good or bad happen. I don't get very excited easily. I don't get very upset easily. I try to take time to process the information and reflect on it, and um, but not everybody's like that. And you know, I just need to do better at some things. And relationships are hard. not just um, my intimate relationship with Megan, my relationship with my friends. I had one of my best friends, and I remember talking about this in an episode with my buddy Ian because I hadn't called him in a while. But this is another friend who I went through treatment with. One of the best friends I have in the world. His name's Joey, and he texted me maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks now, probably 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks ago. He texted me and was like, "Hey man, you think you're better than me?" And I was like, "What? What you mean, bud?" He's like, "Well, you haven't contacted me in a long time, and like, do you think you're better than me? Just tell me the truth. Tell me why you haven't called me." And I thought it caught me so off guard because I honestly, with how hard he works and all the stuff that he's been through, I honestly sometimes have thought that he's better than me. Although I know everyone's equal. It just caught me off guard, and and I let him vent, and he explained that when I had Jackson, Joey came to the hospital when Jackson was born and was like there for me, and he used to come by and just help me change diapers and just come and hang out and help out, pretty often, and he mentioned that, and he said, "How many times have you come to see Lincoln?" He has a son that I believe is either just turned or is either 10 months or going to be a year. I don't even know because I haven't been in. So he said, "How many times have you come to see Lincoln?" And unfortunately, the answer is I've never gone to see him. I saw his son one time when we went to dinner with a group of friends. He had Lincoln and he brought him, and I met his son at a restaurant, and that's the only time I've seen him. And his son's like going to be a year old, and he used to come to my house and help me take care of my son when he was an infant. And I told him, I have no, I've fallen short as your friend. I haven't been a good friend to you. I haven't been in touch. I haven't tried to see you. Um, and there was no excuse. I just kind of, I told him I've been isolating out here in Venice. I don't really have, I don't have like real friends in Venice, like real friends. My real friends, like Daniel, is up north about 5.5 hours. Joey's my real friend. He's about he lives in LA. He lives in Reseda, but it takes about an hour to get over there with traffic. Um, and I haven't put any effort into um, fostering my relationships with my friends. I talk to Daniel on the phone all the time. But outside of that, especially um, since I haven't been working since the last day of June, and although I took this course and I'm taking this test, although I'm working towards something, it's really hard to feel productive, um, worthy, manly. It's very difficult. And although although in reality I know that a job has no bearing on what type of person I am, it does have a bearing on what type of partner I am. And I'm just having a really hard time. But I didn't want that to prevent me from coming here and chatting because everyone goes through hard times, and I'm okay. I might wander off in thought a little more than usual, or participate in some escapism and like play a game to occupy my mind. But I really appreciate this channel. I appreciate everybody here, everyone that's ever done anything for this channel and for me. I really, really, truly love you and appreciate you. And the next episode will come out in the next few days. And I hope to see you there. Hope you have a great rest of your night.